right, guys, let's be honest. We all know our hair goes gray, our faces get lines, maybe our energy isn't what it used to be. But here's a question nobody asks out loud. What actually happens to your penis when you hit 70 and beyond? And no, I'm not talking about the myths or the scare stories. I'm talking about the real changes, the science, and most importantly, what you can actually do to keep things working, looking, and feeling their best. Stick around, because some of these will surprise you, and the last one might just change how you see aging forever. You know, we talk a lot about aging like it's all about wrinkles, aching knees, and hairlines that keep sneaking back. But there's a part of your body you don't see in the mirror every morning, and that's exactly why it often gets ignored until something changes. So, what really happens down there after 70? We're going to go through 10 of the biggest changes you can expect as you get older. But I'm not just here to dump bad news on you. I'll also tell you what's going on behind those changes and what you can do, naturally and medically, to reclaim your confidence and function. Because here's the truth. These changes aren't random. They come from predictable things like reduced blood flow, lower collagen and elastin production, and yes, even nerve changes. The good news? Once you understand the why, you can work on the how to fix it. Number 1, skin transformation. Just like the skin on your face loses firmness, so does the skin on your penis. Collagen and elastin, those springy, youthful proteins, slowly decline over the decades. Without them, the skin gets thinner, a little looser, maybe even a bit wrinkled. Now here's the important part. This is mostly cosmetic. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with your function, but it is one of the first things men notice, and it's just part of the natural aging process affecting skin everywhere on your body. Number 2, actual shrinkage. And no, this isn't just in your head. With age, a real reduction in both length and girth can happen. Why? Well, over time, tiny arteries in the penis can get a buildup of plaque, just like arteries in your heart. That limits blood flow, meaning your erectile chambers don't fill as much as they used to. On top of that, scar tissue can build up in the erectile tissue itself. That tissue becomes less stretchy, less able to expand. The result? A measurable difference in size, especially when fully erect. Number 3, the buried penis effect. This one's sneaky because your penis itself isn't actually shrinking, but it looks shorter. Here's what happens. As men age, we tend to store more fat in the lower belly. That extra padding above the pubic bone, called the suprapubic fat pad, can literally swallow up part of the visible shaft. Add in looser scrotal skin from lost elasticity, and the whole area can look, well, different than you remember. Number 4, curvature. Maybe you've noticed a bend or curve that wasn't there before. This often comes from something called Peyronie's disease, caused by tiny plaques of hardened scar tissue inside the erectile tissue. These plaques don't stretch like the rest of the penis during an erection, forcing it to bend toward the stiffened area. Sometimes it's minor, but for some men, it's a noticeable change in both appearance and function. Number 5, reduced sensation. This one hits harder than people expect. The nerves in the penis, like nerves everywhere in your body, can lose sensitivity over time. That means it might take more stimulation to get aroused, and orgasms might not feel as intense. And here's the kicker. Conditions like diabetes can speed up that nerve loss. So if you've noticed things don't feel as electric as they used to, there's a good reason. Number 6, dryness. Yes, even here. Your penile skin has tiny oil glands that help keep it soft and protected. As you get older, those glands slow down. The result? Drier skin, more irritation, maybe even tiny cracks or chafing. And here's the simple fix. Moisturizing and good hygiene become more important than ever to keep the skin healthy. Number 7, color and texture changes. You might see new spots, just like age spots on your hands, totally normal, usually harmless. The skin tone might get lighter or less even over time. These changes are mostly cosmetic, but they're a reminder that yes, your skin has lived a life. Number 8, weaker erections. Probably the change most men notice first. Strong erections depend on healthy blood flow, but as arteries stiffen with age, a process called atherosclerosis, it becomes harder for blood to rush in and stay there. The erectile tissues themselves lose elasticity too, so they don't expand as much. The result? Erections that aren't as firm, don't last as long, and sometimes aren't as reliable. Number 9, softer head of the penis. Here's one most men don't talk about. The glans, the head of the penis, is actually the last part to fill with blood during an erection. If blood flow is reduced overall, this part can stay noticeably softer even if the shaft is firm. It's not dangerous, but it can feel different and affect sensation. Number 10, longer recovery time. This one's unavoidable. That period after orgasm before you can get another erection, the refractory period, stretches out with age. A teenager, minutes. A man in his 70s, hours, maybe a day. Totally normal, totally natural. Now, hearing all of this in one go can feel like a lot, but here's the part most men don't realize. Nearly every single one of these changes can be improved or even reversed with the right approach. And yes, I'm about to get into the foundational lifestyle upgrades and medical options that make a difference. But before that, there's something else you need to know. There's a weirdly simple 7-second home routine, backed by some pretty eye-opening research that targets what some experts call the hidden root cause of most age-related performance problems. No pills, no needles, no intense workouts. If you want to see exactly how it works, there's a short video linked in the pinned comment, and if you're watching on TV, you can scan the QR code right on screen. Now, for those of you staying with me, let's talk about the foundations you can start today. Lifestyle. First, because your penis is only as healthy as your heart. Here's something most guys don't connect. Your erections are basically a direct report card on your cardiovascular health. If blood isn't pumping well to anywhere in your body, it's not going to magically be perfect down there. So the first step is, you guessed it, exercise. But here's the trick. We're not talking about killing yourself in the gym. Something as simple as brisk walking, swimming, or cycling, 30 minutes a day, can do wonders for improving blood flow. Because when your heart and arteries get stronger, guess what else does? Diet. Clearing the pipes. You've heard the phrase, you are what you eat, right? Well, in this case, you perform how you eat. Ditching processed junk and focusing on real foods, fruits, vegetables, healthy fats like olive oil and nuts, keeps your arteries clear and flexible. More flow, more function. Simple. Lose the fat pad that's hiding you. Remember the buried penis effect from earlier? Here's the good news. A lot of that is reversible. Losing belly fat doesn't just make you look slimmer, it literally unhides part of your shaft, instantly restoring visible length and boosting confidence. It's like a free upgrade you've been sitting on the whole time. Smoking, the silent erection killer. If you smoke, I'm going to be blunt. There's almost nothing you can do for your penis that's better than quitting. Smoking clamps down your blood vessels, permanently damaging the exact system you need for strong erections. Every cigarette is basically a slow leak in your performance tank. Now, beyond lifestyle, modern medical boosters. All right, here's where it gets interesting. Because technology and medicine have caught up in some seriously impressive ways, and most men don't even know these options exist. Low-intensity shockwave therapy. Don't let the name scare you. This isn't painful. It uses gentle sound waves to actually wake up the tissues in your penis, helping grow new blood vessels and repair old ones. Think of it like a tune-up for your circulation. PRP, your body healing itself. This one's fascinating. Doctors can take your own blood, spin it down to concentrate the platelets, which are packed with healing factors, and then inject that into the penis. It's called platelet-rich plasma, or PRP. The goal? Stimulate new tissue growth, improve sensitivity, and boost blood flow using your own biology. Fillers. Not just for faces. Yup, those same safe temporary fillers people use to smooth wrinkles or plump lips. They can be used to increase girth and create a smoother, younger-looking appearance down there. No surgery. No downtime. Straightening the curve. If you've got a significant bend from Peyronie's disease, there are medical treatments that can soften or even break down the scar tissue causing it. Some are non-surgical, others are minimally invasive. The key is, you don't have to just live with it. The buried penis fix, surgical edition. For some guys, removing the suprapubic fat pad through a simple outpatient procedure can make a dramatic difference. And if loose scrotal skin is affecting appearance, that can be tightened too. Now, let's get real for a second. Aging is inevitable. Changes are inevitable, but losing function, losing sensation, or losing confidence, that's optional. Because between lifestyle habits, cutting-edge medical tools, and simple daily strategies, you've got options. And here's the best mindset to keep. It's not about being 20 again. It's about being the best possible version of you right now and in the decades ahead. If you're finding this valuable, hit that like button, drop a comment telling me which change surprised you the most, and make sure you're subscribed, because I've got videos coming that go even deeper into the specific exercises, routines, and science-backed techniques that keep men performing at their peak. Remember, you can't stop the clock, but you can keep it wound.